Brad Newberg of SB Nation Fantasy here, talking with Katie Drummond of Blogging the Boys, our Cowboys blog, for our Fantasy Friday, where we ask a couple of quick hit questions of one of our NFL bloggers. Katie, putting aside the fact that Felix Jones only had 19 yards on the ground last week, he did get almost every single carry. Should those owners who took a flyer on Philip Tanner simply drop him at this point?
Man, that running game last week was completely abysmal. It was one of the worst showings that I've ever seen. I know Felix got all 19 carries, but when the team only averages 1 yard per run, why are you even considering using any of the backs in the stable for your fantasy football league? I warned y'all last week that the Cowboys running back situation was like a toxic waste dump. If you don't have a hazmat suit on your fantasy football roster, if that's not the name of your team, I would suggest avoiding them at all costs. I would drop Philip Tanner if you have him. I really wouldn't have wasted a roster spot on him in the first place. But if your team is stacked and you can kind of stash somebody, then I can understand having him on there. Overall, though, I really wouldn't look for any Cowboys running back other than DeMarco Murray, at least until you get into the stretch run for the playoff. It's a possibility if Dallas turns things around that maybe you can use somebody down the stretch over the course of the week 14 through 16, but other than that, I wouldn't be looking to use any Cowboys on your fantasy squad.
We could talk about the Romo interceptions all day, but my fantasy related question is this: with all those attempts and yards, not just this past week but in prior weeks, why isn't Romo getting more touchdowns, and is this trend likely to continue?
The problem is that Dallas is a big play offense and they're just not getting those plays this year. Bryant, his yards per catch average is down maybe 3 yards per catch. He's not the deep threat that he was in previous years. We're not even going there. A bigger problem is that we lost Lawrence Robinson, who was in combination with Dez. Both of them averaged over 15 yards a catch last year, and he's been replaced by Kevin Ogletree, who isn't doing it. He's only averaging 12, and as you can see from the Giants game down there in a crucial situation, him and Tony Romo still just aren't on the same page. There is hope, though, because after the success in coming back against the Giants, or at least, mounting the comeback that we did take the lead, even though they eventually lost, Tony Romo is now petitioning head coach Jason Garrett to run more of that high-speed offense and to focus more on, maybe Jason Witten and Miles Austin as a focal point of the passing game to try to keep things on track as compared to how they've been in some of the other games of the season. So there is hope. I'm not going to say that it's a definite that we're going to see an improvement in Romo's yardage and touchdown totals over the next few games, but there is hope on the horizon.